At some point, enough is enough. It's time for people who illegally dump in the city to pay the piper. Yes, they have become some of Detroit's most wanted, but this one is also personal. This house is personal because, well, this is where I grew up. The car sits here, idle. Back here you have a few car seats that have also been sitting here for quite some time. You know, goes without saying, it hurts. It hurts to see the house you grew up in has become vacant. One house becomes a neighborhood. That neighborhood becomes a dumping ground. It's been a problem for so long in the city of Detroit, and residents are fed up.
D stands for dumping. That bothers me. It bothers me because we are human beings just like everybody else. So why are you coming to destroy where I live?
From contractors to even his own residents, they are dumping everything.
And they don't just dump trash. They dump stolen cars.
I've seen boats, tires, dead dogs.
It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts that we got to put up with this.
And now, the city is fed up too.
You're being advised of your right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Okay, ma'am, your vehicle was used in a dumping incident. Ma'am, that's why we need to meet with you. I want to advise you of your right to remain silent.
It's one of the biggest issues plaguing the city of Detroit, illegal dumping. It's dirty, it's dangerous, and it's a crime.
Now the city has a new plan to catch illegal dumpers and take them to court using...
Back in September, the city announced its new initiative to crack down on those who are trashing our city.
We have identified 37 illegal dumpers. 22 have already been convicted.
The DPD granted our request to give you an inside look on this new effort. Lieutenant Rebecca McKay is leading the unit, and for her, this assignment is personal.
Take a look around. Look at the amount of people that are leaving. Why are they leaving? Well, this is why. And it hit me personally because I lived in an area that fell to blight, and I was forced to leave.
The DPD is using hidden cameras in different neighborhoods. The footage is sent back to headquarters and viewed by officers. Once they figure out who the dumpers are, police move in to make the arrest.
Your vehicle is going to be impounded. We've got a red GMC truck. It is a bondable offense, but before they bond, they need to be mugged and printed. Now, you're going to be under arrest. You just have a seat until we...
This guy, a Detroit resident, met with the officers knowing he would likely be arrested after being caught on camera illegally dumping.
He decided it would be a good idea to dump his, I guess, some old carpet and some wood debris in the middle of the roadway.
You're a Detroit resident. How does this help cleaning up our city, sir? He doesn't want to talk, but it's unfortunate when you have people who grew up in the city, live in the city, trashing their own neighborhoods.
He said he was sorry and he wished he hadn't done it. So.
At least he owned up to it.
Right.
Do you have some people who don't own up to it?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. We have to make him a believer once we get to court and we show him the video. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something. Are you a lawyer or a police officer yourself?
The woman on the phone here with Lieutenant McKay did not want to play ball. Okay,
so are you refusing to meet us at the precinct? You know what? This conversation is over. We're going to head to her house.
In order to improve a city, you have to make sure it's cleaned up. Literally. Before you set a tape, we have to clean a tape. And we're arriving at a lady's house who chose not to play ball, if you will. Now, this is unfortunate because you had a conversation with this woman where she could have come to the police department, met with you to avoid coming to her home.
Correct. So now we're out here for her neighbors to see. Obviously something's going on. You know how the neighborhood talks.
Ma'am, why did you decide not to meet with police?
I wasn't for sure, just lack of knowledge on the situation. Never been in this situation before. It is wrong, you know, because I know that, you know, Detroit neighborhoods and stuff need to be cleaned up. It is wrong. For me to be in my clean area and I'm dumping somewhere else that I may consider to be a slum, but it's still wrong.
I shouldn't have never dumped the trash.
Did you grow up in Detroit?
Yes, I did.
You're still a resident in Detroit?
Yes, I am.
What would you say to people who are out there still illegally dumping in your situation right here, right now?
Stop illegal dumping and just go and dump the trash where it's supposed to be at.
It's not only residents in Detroit, but also surrounding communities, including this guy from Monroe County who got busted.
He works for a concrete company, and he decided that it was going to be okay to dump his broken up concrete from one of his jobs. I'm quite certain that he wouldn't think it's okay in Monroe.
So sick of you dumping in the D. And I'll tell you what, I'm coming to your door. Not a good idea to dump in this neighborhood here. I ain't doing you asked me to do.
Jonathan Palmerville has chosen to take matters into his own hands by catching people in the act, confronting them face to face, and posting his videos on YouTube. Some may call him a vigilante, but maybe he's just a guy who's had enough.
No dumping in the D.
They just dump here on a phenomenal level. I got fed up a few years ago of people dumping in my neighborhood and picking up hookers as well. And I decided to go ahead and start picking up my camera. Some people are civil, some people don't want nothing to do with me and my camera, they'll get away. Some people cry. It's just a lot of resources that we're spending to clean this up. And watch out, folks, there's cameras that are in these neighborhoods now.
I deserve to have nice things just like everybody else. And anybody else who's here, regardless to how much money they have or don't have, deserves that same thing. So stop dumping. Stop dumping. Stop it here, please.
Yes, there are still many problems, and stopping illegal dumping will not solve all of them. But it's one step closer to bringing back the neighborhoods. The neighborhoods can and will come back. It's just going to take everyone working together, people in the city and outside of the city. You know, a lot of good people here. Yeah, you have your crime and you have your issues. You know, it's just tough to see. The fines for illegal dumping can be up to $2,500 and carry a sentence of up to 90 days in jail. Also, more and more cameras are being installed, and these cameras are mobile, put in one neighborhood today and a different one tomorrow. In September, Mayor Duggan stated 2/3 of the people arrested for illegal dumping are business owners in the suburbs. One more note. Lieutenant McKay could not go into details, but this new effort could also help solve other crimes if caught on camera. For Detroit's Most Wanted, Josh Landon, Fox 2 News.